a dominant performance from India in the second T20 at Rajkot. It was overall a very, very good and a clinical performance presented by this team India. After the loss in the first T20I, it was inevitable for India to get a win in this game, and they perform quite fabulously. Overall, they look pretty good. After losing the toss, Bangladesh started off brilliantly in the first power play overs. They were looking quite dominant in their approach. They were all over the Indian fast bowlers, and first 10 overs were good. They were striking the ball and scoring at a very quick rate. But when Yuzvendra Chahal was brought into the action, his skill really took over the Bangladeshi batsmen. They were not able to score runs quickly, and in that process they lost too many wickets also, and then scoring rate kept on deteriorating, and that really cost the overall total. It was a very good performance from fielding from Yuzvendra Chahal. He got the wicket of Mustafizur Rahim that troubled India, and that was the prime reason that India lost the first T20I. The drop catch from Krunal Pandya at that time really cost us the game, but he took the catch in this match, and it was like he got rid of the batsman. So I feel overall I'm pretty satisfied way India has played in this second T20I. Bangladesh, they had the golden opportunity to really seal the series into their favor and take the series home, but unfortunately they were not able to cross the line on this occasion because they were stopped by India's batsmen, and especially the fire batsman, the amazing batsman, the captain of Indian T20 team, Rohit Sharma, really batted superbly. It was his milestone T20I match. It was a 100th match, and way he batted, it just showed that he was taking pride in his 100th game. He was dominating. He was really taking the charge over the Bangladesh batsmen, and the shots that he played, most of the shot were his aerial route, and he really hit a long ball on several occasions, and he was very, very quick. Just 40 balls. We saw an 80 runs that really sealed the game in India's favor in the end. You don't need to say much when Rohit Sharma bats like this. His flow, where he carries his inning, is just unbelievable. He just takes the team through, and he takes the opponent team out of the game straight away when he bats like this. Shikhar Dhawan, I'm pretty happy about his performance as well. He's making a comeback after a very long time, and innings that he had was just unbelievable. Where he was batting, we saw the original Dhawan. He was completely in a mode of attack. He was not really settling for odd shots, and it was all good cricketing shots that really made his inning look really beautiful in the end. So batting, we don't need to say much. It was just as clinical as it can get from the Indian batsmen. Talking about Bangladeshi bowlers, they were left with many questions when they were bowling. Rohit Sharma, when he's batting in such way and such form that he's in 2019, it's a very difficult thing for a bowler to bowl against him. So I feel Rohit Sharma's inning was the really talk of the town. Where he batted, he just missed his 100 by his 15 runs. He was looking for hit another ball out of the stadium, but in that process he got out. Unfortunately, he missed his 100, but nevertheless, it was innings to remember for him in the 100th game. So there is also one question that has arisen these days, that if not Rohit Sharma, if not Virat Kohli, is India a comfortable side, and can they win games if these two batsmen fail? So these are the questions have started to arise, but they are for the another days. We really enjoyed thoroughly Rohit Sharma's knock. Rishabh Pant, we were talking about his keeping since long time. People have started to compare him with MS Dhoni, but I think that's not the ideal thing to do. He's still young in his international career, and he'll learn through his process. He'll make mistakes. He committed a few in the last game, but I'm sure that he'll definitely take learnings from those mistakes that he has committed, and you'll see a better player. If India is looking at him till 2020 World Cup, I think he's the right choice. And he's a better player. You don't need to fidget with any other player. He's a consistent player, and you will see some good performances from him. Though he has had failure in recent past, but I feel he's a player to look forward for a long run. And it was overall a very good win for India. We were expecting this from India. These days they don't lose too much, and we were waiting for this sort of performance, and it happened quite fantastically in the second T20 at Rajkot. Now it's time for a decider. Bangladesh definitely would look forward for the decider after first good win against India in New Delhi. they would be very very satisfied about their first T20. And second T20, bowlers. I think the batsmen didn't show the composure that they did show in the first T20. They lost wickets when it was not actually. It was a very difficult time in the game. They lost wickets. So I feel they should really take learnings from that. And the third T20 would be an interesting one. It's a decider, and let's see where this series ends to. Whether it will be Bangladesh or will India take this series as well.